Good evening, YouTube. This is Tactical Pickle 7, and I have another little video for you guys. Something to chew on and kind of tell you what's on my mind. Now, you all know that pretty much the whole country is going down the drain, and we're having all kinds of internal social unrest. We have a tremendous amount of illegals, and we have all seen in the news the actual footage where they are using stolen vehicles to basically ram the doors of pawn shops or gun stores to basically ransack the whole store. I don't know if you heard the news about a week or so ago where this happened, and basically they stole like around 80 guns, combination of 80 guns between rifles and pistols and jewelry and a bunch of other stuff. I am a huge proponent, being a true follower of the Constitution and pretty much a lover of the Constitution, a constitutionalist. I believe in the Second Amendment, and I do believe in carrying tools for self-defense. And I don't really. I mean, guys, if you guys have seen my videos, you know that I do have some reviews about holsters, and I've shown a few of my pistols here and there, but I haven't really talked about it much for obvious reasons. I felt like that was a given, and anyone who listens to the show probably has done that already. If by any chance I have someone who is not familiar with firearms, or is kind of getting in the process because they're somewhere in the fence, I can assure you your window is closing fairly quickly. We have a combination of Democrats already basically running on the only platform that gets anybody, up in arms, literally, no pun intended, with the Second Amendment and the restrictions and all that stuff. The truth of the matter is that the Democrat Party, they don't have a platform to run on anything. If they will actually do the right thing, or they just leave us alone, they will like walk themselves out of existence. So they have to do something to keep themselves relevant. In fact, the Second Amendment is what keeps the Democratic Party running, for lack of a better explanation. These people, they have nothing to offer the country. They have nothing to manage. They don't have any skills. So they have to do crap like this to not only try to enslave you, but also to keep themselves relevant. So we can keep saying the word Democrat, Democrat, Democrat. Anyways, that was my little 30-second rant about those rats. We are now having this really big issue with the amount of immigrants that have basically crossed the border. And most of them, somehow, some way, are finding a way to get themselves armed and obtain illegally guns. And basically, on broad daylight, they are assaulting, breaking into houses. They are literally, you've seen the videos of people being shot on the highway, being run off the highway and shot and ransacked. You saw during the Summer of Love all of the aggression and all the shenanigans they did, including using firearms, shooting at people in lights and surrounding vehicles, putting in danger family members, including babies. And basically, I have chosen to avoid making this video, but we are now fast approaching the precipice. We have done now crossing the Rubicon, as they say. And that's why I have decided to put this video up, because as a father, as a head of family, it is up to me to defend my family. And we are now reaching a point where literally getting into your car and going from point A to point B to run errands or go to work or do whatever can very easily be your last day. Okay, so here is one of the few things that I carry with me religiously at all times. Okay, for one, because it is my God-given right. Second, it is codified in the Constitution of the United States. And three, because my family deserves to have every chance to survive an encounter. So this is what I carry with me religiously everywhere I go, no matter what. And it starts with this. Yes, the gun is loaded. There's a round in the chamber. I am not gonna unholster the weapon, okay? But the bottom line is, I'm not a child. I'm a grown-ass man, and I know how to deal with this. I've been carrying a firearm in the law enforcement environment for almost 20 years, also done federal, and now as a civilian. So therefore, if you do not want to watch the video because I have a loaded weapon in my hand, feel free to go away. Okay? We are grown men and women here, and it's time that we face the reality of life. Okay? So, I'll show you what I carry. There are many different firearms out there, many types, from full size to macros to mid-size pistols. This happens to be a Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 subcompact. It's not a shield. It is an actual smaller version of the full-size M&P. And I do not have a light on my pistol. I do not have any kind of optic in this pistol. This model did not come with the cutouts to put an optic in here. And to be honest with you, if you've seen my video about what I feel about optics in the pistol, I just do not feel like putting another piece of equipment that requires a battery that you need to work with. Okay? What I do recommend is, and that's just my personal opinion, you guys can take it or leave it, to change your sights, to put tritium sights on it or high-vis sights on it, so you can have better target acquisition once you look through the sights. Okay, but if you have one with a holographic or some kind of a sight mounted, congratulations, that's your choice. I'm happy for you. Me personally, that's one less thing that I need to be worried about, okay? The next thing that you need to carry with you at all times is a backup magazine, okay? This carries 15+1. I carry an extra magazine with me at all times, okay? Statistically, and I will say probably a couple of years back, the mere fact that you can get into a shootout with someone, that fight will last maybe anywhere between 5 and 7 seconds. Criminals do not like armed people. They do not like their victims to fight back. So they choose to scatter and they disappear. Why? Because they know that they can go somewhere else. They do not want to get into a firefight because they know that there might be a chance that they can get hit. So they scatter. But that has changed. In the past couple of years, okay, until now what we're getting is home invasions that take anywhere between 5 and 7 minutes at the most. And they show up with 4, 5, 6 guys. And they're all carrying Glocks with 30-round magazines with auto sears, which are made in China, which actually renders that Glock almost into a full automatic machine gun. And they can dump 30 rounds in 2.5 seconds. And they carry multiple of those rounds. So, when you're home, do not lower your guard. Okay? Make sure that you have the proper locks in your house so you can prevent anyone from kicking that door in. Okay? So at least it can buy you a couple of seconds to reach something. Me personally, this comes with me even everywhere, even inside the house. Just because I am in the security and the safety of my house, I don't take these off. Because when seconds counts, you're not gonna tell the guy, hey, listen, slow down, man. Let me get my piece. Let's get into a shootout here in about a minute. You cannot say that. You can see hundreds of videos on YouTube of people who, for some reason, they decide to put cameras inside the house. And they look like a bunch of animals in a zoo being seen by millions to some kind of a live feed instead of putting the cameras outside. Outside so you can see what's going on. No, they put it inside the house. And they are so oblivious as to what's going on outside that they're sitting on their sofa, chilling, YouTubing, TikToking, doing whatever. And the next thing you know, that door just busts wide open. And the 5 guys just basically just dump inside the house. And you can see when they survive the incident, they are so stupid that they still put the video on YouTube. And that tells you how unprepared they are. So this piece right here needs to stay with you at all times. Okay? You do not lower your guard even inside your house. Because nowadays, in the year 2024, nobody cares for your life. And criminals do not care. You guys probably have seen the latest video that happened maybe 2 or 3 days ago. A couple of Hispanic guys, they knock on the door. The guy's wearing a vest. He looks like some guy delivering a box, an empty box with nothing in it. The babysitter comes out and she opens the door. The dude busts right in, and within 2 seconds, 2 more guys come in, all armed. You have to be very careful. Okay? Now, the third item that I carry with me at all time is a flashlight. It doesn't have to be a very fancy flashlight. If you can see, this one has been used for years now. I even dropped my clip. It kind of, I lost it because it lost the ability to stay attached to the flashlight. So I got me a piece of paracord and tape, and I made my own. Okay, doesn't have to be a really high power flashlight. It could be something big enough to get you to where you need to be to see where you're going. Not only does this serve you for emergencies if the power goes out. Imagine finding yourself in a store and then the power runs out or something. Or we had a blackout. Now you can just reach into your pocket and you can get your family out of the store. Or you have to make a quick repair in the car, see what's going on. Or for whatever reason. The bottom line is that you have something in your hand, and if you do carry a pistol that carries a flashlight attached to the rail, if you can mount one, do not ever take this out of the holster unless you are ready to use it. Okay? That's why you always carry a flashlight on the side. Alright? The only item that I carry with me is a kind of special multi-tool. I got scissors, knives, bottle openers, screwdrivers, all kinds of stuff in this little gizmo here. It's not a Gerber tool. Doesn't have to be. Just something that will give you some ability to fix things. I mean, I find myself using this all the time. I don't even reach into my tools. I just go into my pocket and I grab this. This thing is really handy. Okay? Now, another thing that I carry with me, which I don't have with me right now because I put it away, is a rat's tourniquet. Now, everybody is talking about rest tourniquet, damaging your arm and this and that and the other. I have watched all the videos about the rest tourniquets, and that came to be because the individual who created it was on a war zone in Iraq. He was serving, doing his tour duty. And he found that a regular full-size tourniquet would not work on a child. And one of the things that he encountered was children getting hurt or shot in Iraq. And because they have small arms, the tourniquet will not work properly. So that's how the rest tourniquet came to be. Okay? So he was able to save people's life. And in the process, he ended up creating something that can still be used, but not only for adults, they can be used for children. Especially those of you who have children. I have children. In fact, some of you in my videos that you have seen my children screaming in the background. So you need to have something that you can use besides a regular tourniquet. Okay? This stuff is great. But if you cannot use it, or you cannot open it, if you cannot, put this in a child, that child he might not make it. So that's why I carry a rest tourniquet. Okay? It's a lot smaller than this. It's more compact. Okay? And you can carry it in your pocket, in a cargo pocket. Anyways, like I said, I have chosen to avoid making this video because I was kind of I've been watching things, and I've been kind of just not saying anything. But now I feel like we have reached a point where you are not safe anywhere anymore. You literally are taking your life into your hands when you are going to the store or you go to a gas station. Most people are choosing not to go to any festivities or to any kind of a holidays because of the potential to be, mowed down by someone. And then on top of that, you have those festivities where they do not allow you to protect yourself, and you have to put your life in the hands of a bunch of amateurs and a bunch of individuals that do not care for you by enforcing unconstitutional laws. I mean, here in my hometown, about 2 weeks ago, we had a case of a young couple getting out of the highway, and as soon as they pull up they got off the ramp, and they got into an inner street. Some clown came around and just fired one round that hit both of them, and they just sat there in the corner of the road, bleeding, and luckily they survived. The bottom line is that you're not safe anymore. You have a lot of individuals out there who shouldn't be here in this country obtaining firearms illegally. Okay? And they are now getting armed. And we have lost in this country the ability to say, I can safely go out there now and do my business, whatever it is I'm going to do, and come home safely. We are no longer there. We have cities here in the United States where, for example, New York, you could be sitting in one of those restaurants, eating something outside, and all those immigrants show up in a scooter. They pull a gun on you. They take your watch, your iPhone, and your money. They get on the scooter, they're gone. PD cannot do anything about it. Granted, you're living in New York. I mean, you're pretty much a sheep waiting to be slaughtered in New York anyways. But for those of you who have the ability to carry a firearm and protect your families, remember this. You as the head of family, you as a father, you have the responsibility. It is your job to keep your children and your wife safe. It is your responsibility to maintain a perimeter of safety, and keep your head on the swivel, looking at everything. Don't stay on the phone. Pay attention to what you're doing. Doors locked. And if you can minimize going to places late at night that can potentially put you in a position where you might need to use this, in that case, you already failed. Okay? Preventive measure. This is a last resort. But it's good to know that you have it when the moment comes. All right? Like I said, we're there. We're there. We are very quickly turning into a third world country hybrid of what's going on. The court system, the law is failing miserably to do their job. And we are hoping that here in about a couple of months, things might change and a drastic change takes place. If not, for those of you who've been on the fence with firearms and the protection of your children, I'll tell you that there's nothing scarier than to see that look in your wife with her eyes this big around that you can even see her eyebrows saying, do something. Protect us. Our children are dying or they're about to die. Okay? We have a humongous amount of pedophiles and the trafficking of children. Guys, we're there now. I've been holding to do this video, but here it is. Okay? Carry a firearm and defend your family. The other thing that I have to remind you of is the second battle after you survive that. Unfortunately, regardless of all the good judges that we have up there making good decisions with the Second Amendment and backing the Constitution, you need to have someone to represent you. Now, they don't pay me for this. I am not affiliated with them in any way, shape, or form. But I do have an attorney on retainer. Okay? And that's exactly what their name is, attorneys on retainer. I use them. Okay? It is a sort of like an insurance policy. You pay it, and it's there in the back of your mind. You don't use it until that fateful time comes. You pray that it doesn't, but if it does, and you survive, the second battle begins after that shootout. Why? Because you still have to go back home. You still have to protect your family. Anyways, I hope that you all have found this video a bit helpful. And I hope you like it. For those of you who have subscribed to my channel in the past couple of days, I am grateful. To my friend up there in Alaska, okay? Thank you. Thank you for recommending some of your viewers. If I have anyone who is watching this video who has not seen my friend, okay? He's in Alaska, okay? Sorry, guys. I had one of my children come in and I had to stop the video. But anyways, if you guys do not know my friend Frontiers Prepper, okay? Subscribe to his channel. He's got some good contents. We're in the same boat when it comes to protection of the family and maintaining safety and warning people to prepare, because we have an understanding of what's coming. We have lived it, And I can assure you, it's not pretty. It's not pretty. Anyways, for those of you who have subscribed, I thank you. I hope that you find my content helpful, and give me a like. In the meantime, Tactical Pickle signing out.